It's your boy Good Feats, and we're back with Good Feats vlog episode number 4. Building one of the fastest manual G80s on the planet. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Welcome back to everybody that's been here before, and shout out to all of the newcomers. I hope you guys appreciate and enjoy the series. For those that are new, just a brief little recap of what we're doing. I am documenting building one of the fastest manual G80s. There's a lot that goes into it. Like I said in previous videos, G80s just don't get the kind of respect from the manual side of things as the auto side does. So I'm just trying to show everybody that you can also, stick to your roots and keep your roots and have a manual G80 and still, make a very, very fast vehicle as well. All right, before we get into anything, let's tackle you guys' favorite segment of the show. What are the good feats of the day? We're gonna do something a little different for the good feats of the day. I was out in the mall yesterday doing some back to school shopping for Turtle, and I saw these on the shelves and I was like, yo, I haven't had a pair of these in forever, and it reminded me of a similar colorway that I had previously before. So as you can see, we got some Air Force Ones. I haven't had a pair of Air Force Ones in forever, man. But these definitely jumped off the rack and grabbed my attention. So today, good feats of the day are gonna be these lavender Air Force Ones. They're patent leather. They remind me of the Easter. There you go, you see the shoe. They remind me of the Easter Air Force Ones that I had back in the day. I had a set of, or a pair of Easter Air Force Ones that I got at the NBA store for like a super low price. It was like $64, and I ended up buying them. I ain't like them at first. They were like so many different colors of like Easter, like blue, green, lavender, pink. Come to find out that those shoes were like super duper rare, and they ended up being like several $1,000s on eBay, and I was like, man, I wish I would have kept my pair. But there you go. There you guys have it, the lavender Air Force Ones. We'll slide out to the hallway real quick, throw these on the feet so y'all can see how they look in person, All right, I'll catch y'all outside.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Woo, shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up.
All right, there y'all go. There y'all have it. The lavender Air Force Ones. I think I'm gonna do something kind of different with that. Typically, I buy like t-shirts and jerseys and stuff like that, but I think I want to get like a Lacoste button-up or something like that to go with that. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the video. I have 2 small packages here that came yesterday as well. They're not big packages, so like I didn't want to shoot a whole video for that, so I was like, I'll kind of toss them into this video. For this video, we're going to be doing the rest of the unboxing for the Doc Race kit. So I know last video I already showed you guys the 6870, the Precision Turbo that came. This video will kind of go over all of the hot parts and cold parts, cold side parts that came, and what you're all getting as far as the Doc Race kit and why I went with the Doc Race kit. And then I also have to run over the storage too. I want to take this turbo and some other stuff in the storage, so I'll kind of do a little panorama of the storage and all the other parts. I won't go into depth all the other parts, but I'll show you guys like my storage is like definitely filling up. All right, so one of the first packages that came yesterday, real simple small piece, nothing too major. This here is going to be a clutch stop. So for all of my manual G80 guys, finding the clutch engagement in those vehicles is a little weird sometimes. You kind of put the pedal all the way down and then you have to release so far to get to where your clutch engages. What this piece here does is, instead of pushing the clutch all the way down, I'll be able to set the clutch to like right after the engagement, so it'll stop the clutch, and as soon as I come off of it, it'll engage, which will help for faster shifts, because I'll be able to set the pedal like really closely to where the engagement is. So a little piece, it was about like $20 for the piece, so not a lot of money, and it is going to increase the driving experience in the vehicle a lot. And then I have one cosmetic part that showed up yesterday, so I didn't take it off the packaging yet. So it is just a black Alcantara shift boot. I don't know if you guys can see the pattern because of the paper. You can see the stitching. So I don't want to take this out yet because I don't intend to put this in the car till the car gets here. But it's just an Alcantara shift boot. I also ordered the Alcantara center console. I wish I would have still had the other one. So I had an Alcantara shift center console on the first G80. During the accident, one of the letters got scratched off. It said M Performance on it with the BMW tricolor sign. The E in Performance had got scratched off somehow during the accident. I sold that because I'm really particular, and just rebought it. So I wish I would have still had it here. I just actually sold it last week to a guy. I wish I still had it here so I could show you guys what it looked like. But I'll show you guys when the actual part comes in, the new one comes in. I'll just kind of throw that into a video there. All right, so those are the two pieces that did come in. We're still waiting for the Doc Race kit to come in. That should be in here tomorrow, and then we'll do that unboxing, and then that'll be this video. But until the time being, let's go slide over to the storage unit, and then we'll throw this turbo in there, and then I'll show you guys a couple other things that I have in the unit. All right, catch you in the car. All right, so we made it to the storage unit. We still got a couple parts in here. From the first G80, still got my roof racks, set of spacers over there, engine cover, some tail lights, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. That's the exhaust there at the bottom. Then I have a couple just extra parts here. This is the fairing for the roof rack. What's in this? That's the tips. This is the steering wheel. So the OGs remember I had a sponsorship with Miami Carbon Design, and they fitted me a crazy steering wheel. We will be putting this on the new G80. Seeing this, now you guys understand why I showed you guys the shift boot. So that's the pattern. That's why I went with that pattern with the shift boot to match the steering wheel, and the center console is going to be the same thing. It's going to have the same Alcantara with the stitching, and then in this box we have just some miscellaneous parts for the roof rack. So yeah, now we got the tires and the turbos and everything. We're about to find some space in here, and then after I get that all loaded up, then we'll head back to the house, and then we'll look into that Doc Race kit. All right, see y'all at the house. All right, y'all, we back. Today is the day. We got 2 packages in, so I told you guys that we are going to look at the rest of the kit for the Doc Race single turbo kit. But this package also came in. I know I showed you guys earlier on in this video the shift boot and the steering wheel, and then this is the final piece of the puzzle. So this was what I was saying I hope that I still had for you guys that I didn't, but I sold it. So I already had this piece. I sold it because there was a letter missing on the braille, or on the insignia, and that would have bothered me, so I just rebought it again. So now I have an Alcantara center console again. So if you see there right where the lettering was, I was missing one of the letters. But yeah, super nice piece, nice and sleek, BMW tricolor. Yeah, this is some fire. Can't wait to have the car here so I can start fitting all of these parts. All right, let's head downstairs since there's more space, and I'll lay out all of the Doc Race stuff on the table. That way we can go over everything. All right, y'all, so we made it downstairs. We actually have a couple packages. So the bottom one, we already opened already. That is the turbo kit. Sorry, that is the turbo portion of the turbo kit. And then I'm not gonna show you the side of this box. These two boxes will open this next video. And then this box right here, I'll show you guys next video. This will be the start of the next video because I just ordered some new shoes and they came in today. So these will be the good feats of the day. Excuse me, for the next video. So we'll put these off to the side. I don't want to show you the side of the box and then you guys are going to know what it is. But we'll leave that just like that for the next video. And then look at this box here. So this is the full turbo kit right here. This is the turbo and the all the accessories. Box is humongous. The UPS man struggled to get this to the front door. I was at work, so wifey had to drag it in the house. So that was kind of fun watching her on the Ring camera, cursing me out because of car parts. But you know who you married. All right. Anyway, instead of sitting there unpackaging this box one by one and kind of opening it up, I don't have anybody else here to hold the camera but myself. So we're going to do a little bit of YouTube magic. And then a snap of the finger, we'll have all the parts out here on the table. All right, so we have everything out on the table and laid out. I must say, this is one impressive kit. Shout out to Doc Race. Shout out to the guy, John Pham, up there. I don't know if he's gonna see this video, but John Pham with the sales department up at Doc Race has been extremely helpful. Got the kit here super fast. It took about like 20 days for the full kit to get here, turbo and everything and all. So definitely shout out to them. And if you need a turbo kit, definitely hit up them guys at Doc Race. All right, but let's talk about some of the things that we have. We got a bunch of like fittings and bolts and everything. Got the oil feed line there. Just got a lot of hose for the oil return, I believe. We got the charge pipes there, the intercooler piping. Some more wiring. Got the heat shield underneath here for the fuel lines to try to limit heat transfer. Got a bunch of clamps. And these are some good, you could tell these are like really good clamps too. Not like them cheap Amazon clamps. Oil feed, the banjo. We have, you guys already seen it, the humongous 6870 turbo. This manifold is beautiful. It's a titanium manifold with the Doc Race stamp insignia on it. So that's super dope. Turbo blanket, ouch, just cut myself, turbo blanket and a little shorty filter, screamer pipes, down pipe. The screamer pipe and the down pipes are also titanium as well. Very nice touch. I had ordered the option with the catch can, so that's the catch can and all associated parts there, and then the dual waste gates. So overall, even before installation, I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely happy with the customer service over at Doc Race. And I'm extremely happy with the parts. For the price of what I paid, you really can't beat it. I told you guys I paid $8,500 for this kit. On sale, obviously the kit I think is like 10 grand or like 11 grand, I think. Doc Race had a sale going on. So for what all the actual hardware that it came with, the metal lines, the steel braided lines, the fact that a lot of the kit is just so supremely crafted and has a really good weight to it and really good mass to it. I would have paid 10, 11 grand and would have been happy with the same kit. So for the price, it definitely is like the best bang for the buck on the market if you're looking at single turbo at S58. All right, I'm gonna sit down here for a little bit and nerd out some more off camera and just kind of looking more into the parts, and then I'm gonna end up packing everything up and taking it over to the storage. But there you guys have it. The single turbo 6870 next gen Doc Race kit. All right, I will catch you guys upstairs. All right, y'all, we are back upstairs. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun making this video. Anytime that I am getting car parts, it's always a happy day. So I'm glad I'm able to document this and, possibly help out one of you guys in the future. Should you decide to follow the build or to kind of do some of the same things that I'm doing with my G80. You know the vibes. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't hit that notification bell, please do. That way you can stay up to date when I drop a video. Besides that, I'll catch you guys on episode number 5. All right.